Yo guys, Master Markov here, and welcome to another Steam One-Shot with The Wreck. So today we're going to be playing another Adventure X narrative game demo, and with it comes a sort of 3D visual novel style game. And honestly, while I am a fan of some of these, especially things like Life is Strange is essentially a game like that, though it's a lot more point and click derived than I would say Life is Strange really is, seeing as that's technically a walking sim puzzle simulator on top of all that. But I really like the visual style that they have for The Wreck. It kind of feels like all the graffiti moments in the new Infamous. I don't want to say the old one, that was a lot more comic book style, but I kind of like the visual style that's going with this so far. So, let's hop right into it. Alright, smooth jams already. Popito? What country does that? Is this French? Is that what this is? This might be French.
I have a confession. I love crappy romantic comedies.
Ah. You know, I thought... Well, thanks for...
Yeah, it's a cliche. I can't help it. I love them.
I was gonna say, I'm like, why'd you just stop at that? Dang.
All those movies have that scene, you know? The girl is at her wit's end.
Mm-hmm. Closing her eyes. Narrating to us audience who are completely clueless. Of course.
She's been crying her eyes out. Her makeup is running. She looks like a zombie. She's done.
I'm not. We just started. Come on. You can't be dumb like that. Got more in you than that. I believe in you.
Which is when Ryan Gosling knocks on her door to coax her out.
Good?
Miss.
What? Good.
Ah, shit. That sounds nothing like Ryan Gosling. See, this is the problem with my life in a nutshell. It's not romantic, and it's certainly not a comedy.
No, it's certainly.
All right, where am I? What happened?
Yeah, maybe we should like zoom out. Oh, I gotta choose.
Oh yeah, the hospital.
I know I'm
I
there.
felt woozy, and then really, really hot, and I guess that I fainted.
Fainted.
Well, dropped to the restroom floor like a sack of potatoes. No better place for a nap.
Of course.
Are you okay, miss?
Oh shit, the doctor.
Yeah.
Honestly, not really, no. I'll be alright though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no. Sure, why not?
Haha, as if I could be sure of anything. Still, I should probably update my guardian angel. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe there's something I know for sure. If
And
I
that
have to
is?
spend one more second lying on this filthy floor, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to vomit.
Oh, I didn't need to know that.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm sure. I'm good. I just had a little bit of a moment. A big moment. But it's over now. Sorry, I ducked out. I'm already feeling much, much better.
Better.
I can
don't know about
hardly
that.
tell her the truth, can I? Most
Well,
people don't
probably
actually
not.
want you to be honest with them.
Well, I mean, that is true. Most people just say, like, fine when they're
I
not actually
apologize,
fine.
Dr. Giagana. I just vomited up my breakfast. I had it all over my chin. It wasn't a good look. It's hardly my fault. I haven't been handling stress very well lately. I
Lately?
guess it depends on what qualifies as lately,
Yes, it
If I
does.
could take it to mean anything from yesterday to the day I was born, then I'm not lying.
I mean, it depends how
Let's
old
just
you are.
say
Could be
that
lately.
it's even more true now. Anyway, this isn't about me.
Is it not? I thought this was your game.
I'll be out in just a second. Those weren't here before.
Hmm?
Do you
What's
think
that,
they have
enemy?
any idea where they are?
Probably not. This is like Finding Nemo.
I'm
except
sure
in a
this comes as
puzzle.
a shock, but it is crucial that you understand the situation. Your mom had a brain aneurysm. Do you know what that means?
Mom. Funny. I could never get myself to call her mom.
Is that what we really should be
She's
focusing
always
on right
been
now?
Marie to me. As I understand it, it's a weakened artery wall?
Correct. And that artery ruptured, which caused a hemorrhage. It is a serious situation. We need to prepare for whatever happens next very quickly indeed.
I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to know that this is not good.
Well, at least someone here is an expert. Good to know.
Serious? What can I do?
Anything related to medical care will be my team's responsibility. But you are her trusted advocate.
I'm
So
sorry,
you should be
her what
aware.
now?
Do you not remember? This is the reason we called you. We have your name and your number, which means that you signed the release.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Oh, I love her already.
And since she is not able to express her will, it falls to you to speak on her behalf. But I presume you discussed that when you went through the process. So you must know that there are a number of options to consider.
Fuck!
I don't believe it!
It's already
She put my name on the form without asking me. She must have forged my signature. It's hardly a surprise. She's always done that kind of stuff. But I'm not making any important decisions.
What about
Phone
surprise?
call from the hospital, that was a surprise. I'd never have thought anything so serious would happen to her. Anyway, when she's back on her feet, she's going to have a good laugh about this. The idea of me deciding on her behalf.
Yeah, why you?
I've had my share of this kind of responsibility, and it didn't turn out well. However, my dear mother doesn't seem to understand. Of course, Jan will have her say, and if we disagree, all hell will break loose.
Of course.
Pitting us against one another at a time like this, that's exactly what my mother would do. I feel
Images.
trapped, like a fish in a barrel.
Or a monkey in a
Or
bear.
come to think of it, I would love that. A 30-second memory, and not a care in the world. Fear me, sharks, for I am the terror of the oceans. That reminds me of the nickname I got during swim class in middle school.
Ooh.
Sea hag. Haters, all of them.
I'm sorry, Miss.
See
Miss Fortin.
Demange. I went back to my maiden name.
I'm sorry. That wasn't in your file. Listen, I understand that this is all very sudden, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to focus.
We do indeed.
Indeed we do. What do you think I'm here?
Why do you think I'm here?
Oh,
Let
I
me
didn't
be
want that to
clear,
come out
miss.
like that.
I'm not your enemy. I'm just the on-call physician. So we can work together to help your mother, or we can wait 7 hours, 22 minutes, and 17 seconds. And then I can go home, and you can pick up the conversation with Dr. Zorzan instead. But I should warn you, Zorzan is an old coot.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I deserve that one.
Yeah, you did. Why did that come out like that? I thought that was supposed to be like a funny,
It's okay.
witty answer, not,
I understand.
extremely
It's
serious.
not an easy situation.
Did not expect
Our
that
major
to...
concern right
Or
now
not like
is
that.
the hemorrhage is spreading. There's the risk of a cerebral vasospasm.
So
That is a
what?
complication which could severely affect her brain.
One more time in English, please.
Is she going to die?
We're doing our best to make sure that doesn't happen. But there could
Well, I've
be
seen enough
long-term
general hospitals know this
consequences.
is not good.
This sort of event severely impacts the body, and mental functions may also be impaired. I need to
Oh,
know
God.
if you and your mother will be able to deal with that sort of complication.
No, it can't be. I'm not ready for this. Holy fucking shit. Shit.
To be completely frank, if we're able to pull your mother through this, there's only a small chance she'll be like she was before.
Only a hoo-ha what now? How small?
small?
How small are we talking?
Smaller than that. In all probability, she will never be quite the same.
Oh, that's not
Some
fun.
people would prefer not to keep living under such circumstances.
That certainly doesn't
That
seem
rather
good.
their medical care were geared more around letting go as gracefully as possible. What I need to know is, what would your mother want?
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason you're here is to answer
Last time
that.
she told me she wanted something, it was...
It was?
to be in MoMA.
Excuse me?
MoMA? The museum in New York.
Miss Demange, Wait, your mother's that Marie Demange? The artist?
Yes, the artist.
There it is. Works every time. Once people figure out who Marie is, snap! Their whole demeanor changes. They feel like they know her somehow. Of course, they're completely wrong. Oh, she takes them in with her dog and pony show. But there's a world of difference between who she is in public and in private. And if this doctor knew Marie, the real her, she would realize how ridiculous her question is.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, the Marie Demange. And I'm her assistant, I guess. I handle the business, the management, the press, so that she can be fully dedicated to her art, you see? Anyway, the other day, I got a call from Centre Pompidou. They want to do a retrospective on her life and work. Can you imagine? The billboards, the crowds, the press, the whole shebang. And I'm like, hell yeah! I hop into my car, I rush over to tell her, I run into the workshop, yelling, and you know what she said? Did you hear from Mama? Ugh. Someone had told her they were considering her Self-Portrait 8, a canvas from her latest series. A whole exhibit in Paris, on the other hand, she didn't care. So, that's my mother. Most of the time, I don't know. I have no idea what she wants.
I know what I'm asking isn't easy.
No, it certainly
I can
isn't.
give you a little time to think.
Like that would change anything.
Honestly, like it would. But, who knows? I suppose.
I suppose I need to think about it. I'm sorry,
Just a little bit.
I gotta go.
And where in the world am I going? Running away?
You know what she'd say. That I'm running away again. What did she expect? That I just show up and what? Decide whether she lives or she dies?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough decision to make. I certainly wouldn't want to be the one making it. Actually, here I am playing
I'm
the
supposed
first
to
game.
make it to the end of the day, let alone...
Oh, that's like, ooh, good. Quick, grab the stuff. Ding, 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 ding. Quick, freeze frame. Put it here with 1,000 faces, Crystal. What the heck? Oh, this certainly doesn't seem good. What is that?
I remember. Diane and I found an injured bird in the backyard. It was tiny. I think it was around the time Marie had set up her new studio in the sunroom.
How lovely.
Now that I think of it, that was also my first experience with death.
Aw, that bird looks pretty alive to me.
In fact,
Jeez.
I also had a really weird dream that night. Something about that day always seemed off. I never figured out why. And why am I thinking about this now?
Because you're thinking about death and your mother's, you know. Left click to advance, right click to rewind. Seems pretty alive to me right there. I don't get what the...
Marie told us she'd take care of the bird, so we went back to playing. I never saw it again. And when I asked what happened, she said it just flew away. I was so relieved.
I mean, it looks like it's about to, honestly. Odd. But didn't that bird look fine? That bird looks fine to me. Where the heck is this gonna end up going, though? Paintings?
Back then, Marie wasn't very well known, but she was hardworking. She had just started a series on birds, actually. They were all over the house. She considered them a symbol. A postmodern symbol of anti-anthropic levity. Classic Marie.
Whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. At least that's neat. What a lovely plant. There's something here? Shadow.
I think I saw a big shadow moving down the hallway that night. I imagined a monster bird was visiting us. For a long time, I thought it was just a strange dream.
Meaning that what? There is a monster bird following you? Come now. We all know that can't be true. This is not that kind of game, is it?
Do you recognize it?
The mobile?
This is the mobile that Marie made me before I was born. It's exquisite and delicate. I loved it. And you did too. I think I still have it in a box somewhere.
You did too. What does that even mean? Wait. Did I miss something then? What did I miss? Suitcase.
Yeah, Diane was so proud of packing her own suitcase. Her father came to pick her up that afternoon. She spent the weekend with him and her stepsister. I was a bit jealous, but also happy to have some time with my mother. Just us.
At least that seems nice. And what's over here?
The nest was high up in the tree, but the wind blew it down. The bird was obviously young. It was a big fall. It must have been badly hurt. I didn't realize it at the time.
I mean, even I wouldn't have said it looked that badly
Now,
hurt.
I know for certain that someone was in the backyard that night. And since Diane was at her father's, it must have been Marie. What was she doing out there? Maybe...
Maybe what? Anything we could see from here? This is such a strange take on the visual novel. I don't really know what to be looking for. Can't move. Now I can move. Look around. Let's see if we can see anything. Nothing so far. Nothing over here.
Marie was always quite passionate about birds. So I suggested we keep this one as a pet once it got better. I could already imagine it. A beautiful cage tucked in the corner of the studio. She got so mad. At the time, I didn't understand why she reacted like that. But now...
But now what? But now what? Why did she react like that? What are you trying to say about her and the birds? Like, I get she was painting birds. I don't really... I meant to kill.
Maybe Marie killed the bird. That's what she was doing out there in the middle of the night, burying it in secret. And it might sound strange, but I also understand why she did it.
You do now. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Where are we going to now? See anything? Not seeing anything so far. Back to her. Anything here? No. All or nothing.
Marie is really an astonishing person, you know? She's usually hard, but also she could be vulnerable sometimes. She couldn't stand seeing
You don't
the
sound
bird
very
injured.
convinced your own self.
She knew it would never recover. It was too weak. I remember she said, not being able to fly, that's no life for a bird. She thought it would be better off dead. She could have just abandoned it, let things run their course,
Seriously.
but I don't think she did. I think she killed it with her own hands. It sounds cruel,
Which
doesn't
definitely
it?
seems bad.
But that's just Marie. That's her outlook on life. She's all or nothing.
Wow, that certainly doesn't sound good.
need to know is, what would your mother want?
What the heck? How am I back here? Did
I'm not ducking out. Not this time.
this
After all,
time?
isn't this what Marie wanted?
I suppose? Are you trying to say every time I leave here and I make a bad choice, I crash my car?
I think...
Maybe I shouldn't have relayed this to,
My legs
you
are
know,
shaking.
Life is Strange.
Maybe I'm having another turn.
God, I hope not.
I think I need a sugary drink.
Understood.
Do you need anything?
Well, I need more coffee. But if I drink another one, my stomach's going to declare war on the rest of me.
I just can't speak on my mom's behalf.
Gonna have to, though.
One thing's for sure, she's a radical. She's all or nothing. All the time.
I understand. It's hard to contemplate the idea of living with a disability.
It's not that, not at all. If we were talking about me or someone else, I would say it's gonna be fine. You adapt. People do it all the time. They have to. Life's too important. I
Yeah,
would say
well,
that.
when you put it that way.
She wouldn't. I'm not sure that answers your question.
She certainly comes across as rather forthright.
You don't say.
I've seen her on TV a couple of times. My father loves her. She's an extraordinary artist. In her interviews, she's so impressive, fierce even. It must
And
be
yet-
quite something to be the daughter of someone so talented.
I've heard this one before. That's a polite way to say, it can't be easy to have a nutcase for a mother.
Why did I ask if I wanted to restart the demo, though?
Yes, it's quite an experience. Doctor, do we know why? Why this happened? We were just having dinner last night. She was fine.
There could be a lot of factors. Family history, hypertension, alcohol consumption.
I did have a pretty severe hangover this morning.
Well, that doesn't help much.
Even past trauma, like a historic head injury. It's hard to say right now. All right, Miss Demange, I'll give you time to think. Let's speak again in about 2 hours, if that works for you.
Sounds good. Can I see her?
Yes, of course.
Well,
Let
that's
me
not
find out
good.
her
Showing me,
number.
you know, a dead Dory down there. This it?
I know what I have to do, what I should do. It wasn't that long ago that I could write this kind of scene without breaking a sweat. I step into the room, there'll be tubes everywhere, beeping sounds. The audience will know that it's serious. Then I start bawling my eyes out. I collapse on my mom's bed, pouring out snot from my nose. Or maybe I'll be dignified, stony-faced, standing quietly in the corner. Close up on my face. They'll see I'm suffering. Deep inside, a single tear rolls down my cheek.
Oh, such is art.
That's exactly how it will happen. Or what should happen. There's just one problem.
I have to go
I
in.
really must. She probably needs me.
She probably does, and probably the only person who can.
I don't know why, but I can't open that door.
Have you tried the handle? Oh, and then we're gonna end here. We'll be able to help Junon face the most challenging day in her life in the full version of the wreck. Add the game to a wishlist on Steam, get the latest news, and be updated on a release date. Dang! Really just ending it off like that, huh? You know, I have to say, this was really, really good for just the actual demo. Honestly, I got a good feel what the game is going to be so far, and I'm really, really looking forward to wherever the game is meant to go from here. I would love to see how it go from here. Honestly, this has been an amazing look into the game so far. I really love the style. I kind of like that it's, you know, a little bit Life is Strange-esque in a supernatural kind of sense, where, oh, she would have left and never made a decision, but given the chance, you know, all that other stuff that actually happened. Question becomes, it would be odd if the game ends in, okay, you also had the same thing happen to you, causing whatever decision you're going to make for your mother here actually be whatever decision is made for you. Because say you end up in the same position, sister has to make a decision for the mother, and then whatever you decide to do for the mother, the sister instead does for you? Man, you keep asking that. No, not... Maybe I would like to see it again, but not at the current moment. Either way, we're going to be restarting it once we get the full game, so I think we won't have long to wait for that. But for now, we're going to have to end this episode here. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hope to see you all next time with more Steam One-Shots, more Adventure X narrative game demos, and more The Wreck. Peace.